2016 is the year that Asus decided to step up to the plate by challenging its competitors in the high-end spectrum. Mabuhay Manila, this is Drew from ManilaShaker.com and join me in reviewing the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe. With the unequivocal flop of the camera-focused Zenfone Zoom, is Asus still poised to enter in the higher-tiered market with the Zenfone 3 Deluxe? Let's find out. The latest and best from the Taiwanese manufacturer's entrance into the high-end foray pulled out all the stops in making a great phone from the outside in. It's a full metal unified build quality for the Deluxe that, although slippery to the touch, gently tapers off to the sides with diamond-cut chamfered edges to allow for better grip. The back angles to meet the rounded frame that cuts to make way for the Gorilla Glass 4 protection. The front adds the Asus concentric circle design for the chin and the forehead, rounding out for a nice touch. Based on touch alone, it's easy to love the feel and hold of the device that's properly balanced and smooth. The rear houses the fingerprint sensor and a squarely shaped camera hump. All the other buttons on the sides are clicky and feels solid. All the usual ports, bells, and whistles can be found here, namely the backlit capacitive navigation buttons, right panel volume rocker and wake lock button, hybrid dual nano SIM tray with micro SD card allotment, USB Type-C charging and connecting port beside the button-firing speaker, and a 3.5mm audio jack up top. Something that's pleasantly absent in the construction are the antenna lines that are made invisible by allocating a portion of a millimeter in the top and bottom cuts that hides away unsightly lines, unlike the iPhone 7 among other brands. Overall, the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe stands as the most luxurious Zenfone we've ever laid eyes on and sits among the best contenders in the build and design category. Engineers opted for a 5.7-inch Super AMOLED display panel at 1080p resolution or Full HD. It's not crazy detailed, we admit, but it's well within the clear and crisp category that can hold its own even when being viewed under direct sunlight. The 23-megapixel main camera on the Deluxe is paired with laser autofocus, face detection, optical image stabilization, and can hit up to 4K resolution video taking. For the Deluxe alone, the camera takes really good still photos in both daylit and low-lit scenarios using the Auto HDR mode. Detail preservation is smooth, while dynamic range handling is middling for its sensor category. Color reproduction tends to be saturated, but still pleasing overall. It's not as bright as other high-end camera phones in night shooting, but the amount of noise is controlled. A nice feature is the addition of manual mode. Commanding your selfie game is an 8-megapixel sensor that shoots wide-angled and vivid selfie shots in daylight. Low-light selfie shooting, however, outputs weird and hard toning on our faces that we obviously look like we were processed. Video taking on the Deluxe reaches up to 4K resolution assisted by 4-axis optical image stabilization. Quality reflects that of still shots with hardly any difference. Asus promised on addressing camera issues on the software side that will overcome some of the processing glitches we've encountered. Running on Android Marshmallow 6.0 underneath its proprietary Zen UI, there's little to hardly no improvement on the experience of owning and using an Asus from years past. Bloatware will still be a common issue, unfortunately. As introduced by Asus, there will be two variants of the Deluxe. One is the standard model, the one we got our grubby hands on, with the Snapdragon 820 processor and up to 128GB storage and 6GB of RAM. The other is the yet-to-be-released Special Edition that is powered by a faster Snapdragon 821 and up to 256 storage and 6GB of RAM. You can only expect the fastest boot times, among other things, on this device, as the Deluxe will queue up anything we can throw at it at blazing fast speeds. You can crank any and all games at the highest graphics settings and this phone will entertain you without breaking a sweat. You can only imagine how much faster it will be for the Deluxe Special Edition. The 3000 mAh non-removable battery is a fairly average affair that clocked in about 28 hours of standby time and 4 hours of screen-on time on regular usage. It's enough but could have been made better since this is, after all, their most premium offering. Topping up from 0 to 100% lasted about an hour and 20 minutes with its quick charge capabilities. The NXP-driven mono speaker on the bottom outputs wet low tones and crisp high notes. The volume level is considerably loud. Meanwhile, internal high-resolution audio playback provides up to 24-bit upscaling when plugged into your favorite headphones. Despite hitting miss in the software department, the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe nails pretty much a lot of the things we want on a smartphone. Pegged at 34,995 pesos or about $700 and with chart-topping performance, this makes the Deluxe a compelling flagship Android phone to buy. Software glitches aside, especially focusing on the camera, we're glad to see the Taiwanese company try their hand on what they think should be flagship standard. What do you think of the Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe? Hit us up on the comment section below. If you have any questions or requests, you can find me on Twitter at Ginuhit. As always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more from ManilaShaker.com. Once again, this has been Drew. Mabuhay, Manila!